What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be reading your assumptions about me. Now, I did film this video last year. Gosh, maybe it was like 18 months ago. I will link that down below too. I was such a new YouTuber that I couldn't even put your assumptions on the screen. So yeah, so if you want to watch that, I will link that down below. But if you are new here, hi, my name is Jess. I'm a person in long-term recovery who spent time in prison, and my entire crazy life story is in the description box down below. If you want to follow me on any other social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, or Patreon, that's $2. It's only ever going to be $2. All of that is linked down below, as well as my vlog channel and my podcast. All right, without further ado, let's kick this thing off. You are more sensitive than you let on, yet strong as for a human. Yeah, no, I think I'm strong. I'm like a sensitive gangster, you know? So you missed your amazing friend Katie so much. I do miss Katie. If you guys don't know who Katie is, she is a foster mom and my friend since middle school, since before eyebrows. And I will link the videos that I filmed with Katie down below. You are the coolest mom in the world. I don't know. I try to be really patient and understanding, and these are like their own individual people. You know what I mean? They're like, I don't own my children. They're their own people, their own interests and their own, you know, personalities. So I respect them. I appreciate them. I don't know if I'm like the coolest mom. We definitely have rules, but I don't know. You're stubborn, which is sometimes your downfall. I'm so fucking stubborn. I'm so stubborn. You know how stubborn I am? I was told in a very rude manner that I need to set up my voicemail so people can get a hold of me. That's exactly what I will not be doing because I don't need to do anything. Like, that's just how my mind works, and it's so freaking cringe. Like, stop it. Just set up your voicemail. It's not that big of a deal. But the tone in which I was told to do it, you can just keep calling over and over again like everyone else. You'd do anything you could for anyone in need, especially your homies, fam, ride or die. I am so ride or die. But people confuse that. You know, like, I'm ride or die for my homies, not my homies' friends, my homies' kids, my homies' dog walker. No, my homies, and I will not accommodate everyone. Like, for example, I'm ride or die to Reese, not Reese's cousin. I don't know, Reese's cousin. It's just an example. I'm ride or die for him. People confuse that with you're willing to do whatever I say whenever I say it. Like, no, I have boundaries. So make sure you set up your boundaries. Even with my own friends, I have boundaries. And if they don't respect your boundaries, are they your friend? Are they? I don't know. So I think the power of saying no is so important, and learning how to say no and when to say no, and knowing not to overextend yourself for people, especially when you're willing to climb Mount Everest for people, but they're not willing to jump a puddle for you. Like, no, you're smart. I mean, I'm always trying to learn things. I don't think I'm the smartest person in the world. I'm just always trying to learn. And I think that is a sign of intelligence. You know, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I don't claim to be the smartest person or the most knowledgeable person in one area or the other. I'm always trying to learn, so. But thank you. I assume you put a lot of other people before yourself. Yeah, no, I'm trying really hard not to do that. I'm trying to set boundaries, and if I'm not comfortable with doing something, I'm not gonna do it. And that's hard. That's a challenge, because part of me is a people pleaser, but the other part of me is like a savage, you know? So I'm like at war with myself lately, but yes. Your house is always clean. Hell no, my house is not always clean. Nope, absolutely not. I want it to be clean, but I gave up that fight because I have 2 kids and 2 dogs, and like the house is just a mess. And let me give you some valuable advice. Her house was so clean. Said no obituary ever. No one's gonna remember you for how clean your house was. Go live your life. You only sleep 3 hours every night. Actually, now that I have my medication, I sleep a full 7 to 8 hours, and I feel really good. You didn't know anyone who got long-term sober when you were in active addiction. Yes. Yeah, I didn't have any examples of what getting sober looked like, or what a recovery journey looked like, or how to be successful outside of that world. I was the only person, and that's not easy. It's not easy to not know anyone or not have support when you're trying to be in recovery. It was really challenging for me, especially in prison, and then out of prison. In prison, people are trying to use drugs and drink, and like, it's chaos. Outside of prison, I was homeless. It was just a really difficult thing for me, so for sure. You're not a romantic person. Depends on the situation. Depends on the day. I have it in me. I do. I'm not gonna say no to a date night. You appear stronger than you actually feel sometimes. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes on the outside, it looks like I'm handling everything really well, and on the inside, I'm screaming. That's kind of how my anxiety is too, like flying. In a plane, the outside, I look okay. On the inside, I'm crying. And I try so hard to hold that in so that I look as though I have it all together. And that's a defense mechanism that I learned from selling dope and being in that lifestyle. I learned how to seem like I was okay when I really wasn't. And I have had a hard time showing my emotions or letting people know when I'm stressed or when I need help. So that's been a battle for me that I don't think a lot of people talk about. You can't be as open anymore because you have a larger following. I still try to be transparent and open, but I'm a little more guarded because I get a lot of criticism. I assume you're really a good mother despite people judging your past, like it affects that. I think I'm doing a good job. My past does not define who I am today, and being a mom is the most important job I will ever have. I'm raising like 2 humans, like real humans, like somebody's boss or coworker or neighbor or maybe the next president of the United States. I don't know. I'm raising a freaking real human though, and that's hard. Your tattoos have deep meaning. Not really. Like, I like it, I got it. My hand was just to cover my scars, but nah, they don't really mean that much. You love pickles. I actually don't love pickles. I make a lot of recipes with pickles. Like, pickles are okay, you know? I don't love them. You have to be careful with opioid medication. I don't take opioid medication. I won't take pills. I won't take pills for my sleeping. Like, I have chronic insomnia. I just won't. Pills are such an enormous trigger for me that I just will not allow myself to do that. But at the same time, if I'm like in a car accident, everyone always wants to ask me that, I'm not going to deprive myself medication because I once was an active addiction. And I don't think anyone should do that. Don't deprive yourself of needing medication. And I did that for a long time. And if I'm being completely honest, I still do that to this day. Like, I have migraines too, and I deprive myself of taking ibuprofen. Like, it's just a weird thing that I do, and I white knuckle almost everything. Even though I now have a medical marijuana card, I don't smoke every day. Even when I'm stressed and overwhelmed and anxious and I can't sleep, I still have to fight myself to use my medication. And that's like so weird. I don't know why it is that I do that. Maybe someone else out there can relate to this. But when I came out of the weed closet, people just assumed that I was just like smoking, like I'm Snoop Dogg. I'm not sitting around smoking weed all day. I still deprive myself of my own medicine. Some days I'm just too lazy, and some days I don't need it. You know, I use it as needed, probably less than as needed, a lot less than as needed. I'm working on that though. That you've busted your ass to get where you are today. Yep. You are very funny and fun to be around. I try to always make people laugh. I'm kind of like the class clown, and if there's a joke, I'm gonna go for it. And a lot of times people can't keep up with my sense of humor because my sense of humor comes from like movies or like just being an awkward person. And sometimes people are like thrown off by it, but if you know me, like, I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make something awkward. I'm gonna make it weird. I'm gonna make you laugh because that makes me happy. And again, defense mechanism. The breakup was for the internet. I know it really is though. Yeah, I don't lie for YouTube videos. Reese and I struggled, and if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It was not for the internet. That you are a Slytherin. I am. No, I am. I really am. Your word has to be the last one in an argument. It depends on who I'm arguing with, honestly. In general, you push people away when you need them the most. There's some truth in that. There's some truth in that. I always feel like I can handle this in situations I absolutely fucking cannot handle. I got it. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. I'm okay. Don't worry. You should definitely worry if I say that sentence. It kind of sounds like, we're from the government and we are here to help you. Run! Jokes. Jokes. You hate broccoli. I love broccoli. I love broccoli. I love vegetables. I try to eat vegetables every single day. You are a minimalist. I wish I fucking could be. I wish I could be. I have the brain of like a goldfish. I'm like, ooh, shiny, must have it. Like, stop it. And I believe in add to cart therapy. You know, like when you're sitting in bed and you're kind of sad and you click add to cart. Oops. I try though. I want to be. You don't watch that much TV. That's 100% true. The only TV that I watch is when Reese has it on and the girls watch like Cocomelon or something. I don't watch TV. You would like your own snake. I would like to have my own snake. We're traveling so much and like I don't want to leave my animals like alone. That would be another creature that I would have to find a sitter for, you know? I mean, I'm sure a snake would be okay for a couple of days by itself, but like, would it? It needs love. You play up an act for the camera, but you're not really like that in person? No. Sorry, bro. This is what you get. This is literally me. I don't have a YouTube personality and like a real life personality. And I didn't even think that was a thing until I started to meet content creators. I have met a couple content creators and I'm just like, wait, what? That's your YouTube persona? Like you're very quiet and chill and like, strange. And that's just like to each their own, you know what I mean? To each their own. But there's a few content creators that are like me, like this is just what you get, you know? Yeah, and TikTokers too. You occasionally still have moments where you are longing for drugs. I don't think anyone is longing for drugs. I think people are longing for an escape and to feel good. And I don't think they're longing for drugs. I just think they're longing to escape their reality, so. But no. You like dogs more than cats? I mean, I'll save a cat if I need to. I love all animals, but I lean towards the dog side, you know? You are very shy when it comes to looking revealing or sexy, especially on the internet. I'm just fucking awkward. I am such an awkward person that even trying to take sexy pictures, I'm like, meh, ew, nope, hate it. Like I'm so weird. And I think it's because I was a very ugly child. That glow up though, right? You don't ever read your DMs. No, I do read my DMs. Sometimes they're overwhelming and I've gotten dick pics. Like who wants to, no, we don't want that, guys. No girl in the history of ever, unless asked for it, is gonna open a random message, see a dick and be like, stop doing that. Stop it. I know you want an applause for it. You're not getting it from us. We don't, it's aggressive, okay? Like, don't do that. Like it just took a turn. You still have times where you want to use drugs, but you stay sober for your kids. Again, I don't want to use drugs. I used to have cravings and nightmares and cold sweats, and it was a very brutal process in the beginning. Even 2 years out, I was not comfortable in my own skin. But today, I just want to treat my mental health. I don't want to use drugs. You don't give a F about what people say about you, but you also call them on their shit. Yeah, I will not silently eat shit with a fork and knife. I won't. I will clap back and I will stand up for myself. And I think a lot of times people confuse that. They're like, just ignore the haters. It's not natural to get thousands of comments on pictures or videos. It's not natural to have all these people watching what I do, and I'm grateful for it, but at the same time, it's okay to set boundaries and it's okay to stand up for yourself. And a lot of times, I'm not just standing up for myself. I'm standing up for other people that are being told this crap, like you're not in recovery, or I'm not just standing up for me. I'm standing up for you guys too. And I think that also gets confused. So if I'm standing up for myself in my motherhood or my recovery or prison, I'm also standing up for the people that are in prison or parents or that use cannabis in recovery or MAT or whatever it is. And that it matters, you know, and I will stand up for myself until the day that I die. Actually, I might sit up in my coffin and call you out. She didn't like me, kick her out. You were the kindest and most patient mother. I lose my patience. I'm a human being. I think we all do it. I think we need to normalize moms losing their patience, normalize moms taking breaks, and Reese doesn't babysit the kids. They're his kids. It's not nice of him to cook them eggs. He's a father. That's what he does. So if you're gonna clap and applaud a man for cooking his kid eggs, you better clap and applaud a woman for cooking eggs. You know who you are. Sometimes I aspire to be more like you as a mother. Oh girl, we're all just winging this thing. No one knows what the hell's going on. We don't know what we're doing. We're just trying to do our best. I'm sure you're doing just fine. If your kids are loved and fed and clothed, you're doing a good job. Don't be so hard on yourself. You are kind of having a mental breakdown from the hate you have been receiving? No, it never ends. I'm constantly receiving hate. I think TikTok has gotten really stressful. We're almost at 1 million on TikTok. It's a toxic place. If TikTok was like a Starbucks, I would never go there. Like if it was a store, absolutely not. I love my followers on TikTok, but there's a lot of hate, and even like the ride or dies that are following me on TikTok, you guys try to stand up for me and I see that and I appreciate that. But the only way my videos go viral is if people click on them to argue and fight and say crazy shit. You're a neat freak. I had to let that go because I have kids and dogs and like, it's just whatever. You're over being asked about your status with Reese. It's nobody's business. People confuse the, I'm gonna make a video and talk about my struggles with, we get to tell you about yourself, tell you what to do, tell you how to live, tell you that you're fake, tell you that you're this. We get to be in your personal life because you put it on the internet. There's a fine line between being transparent and also expecting privacy. You know what I mean? So just because I make content does not mean that I am not allowed to have boundaries. And it does get a little overwhelming, but I knew that was coming. I knew that once we made that video, I'd get a lot of questions, and that's okay. As long as people feel less alone. You know, we're not the only couple in the world to ever struggle, right? Not the first, not gonna be the last. And that was the point of the video, that we were really struggling in our relationship. And our relationship is far from perfect. It is not perfect at all. It is not like sunshine and rainbows all the time. I piss him off, he pisses me off. Like, it's not easy. We're both Virgos. We're both stubborn. We both have alpha personalities. It is not easy up in here, let me tell you. You prefer black ink tattoos over color? Absolutely. People assume things about you in public because of your tattoos. I get a lot of looks in public. I don't know if I'm like, do they recognize me from the internet, or is it my sleeve? Is it because I have a giant bodybuilder looking dude with me? Like, so I just get looks and I'm used to it. I assume you're so down to earth and chill. I hope so. I think I am. I think I am. You don't care about name brand things anymore. I could give an F less. I wear YouTubers merch all the time. I would much rather wear a shirt that a content creator made, or an independent person made, or a small business made, than fucking Calvin Klein, than Gucci, Louis Vuitton. No, they used to get my money because I used to think that made you rich. Possessions don't make you rich. Money in the bank does not make you rich. I'm rich in here, and I don't want to flex. And I'm sorry, but you'll never see Gary V carrying a Louis Vuitton bag. Do men carry Louis Vuitton bags? You know when you start down a sentence and you're like, oh shit, and it's already coming out of your mouth? You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see Gary V wearing all this name brand shit. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself. But at the end of the day, I don't see the value in it. And I just think I'm that kind of person. I don't see a value in owning a high-end bag. I will never spend $2,000 on a bag. I think that's gross, personally for me. But if you want to treat yourself, I'm not trying to judge you or shame you. Girl, get that bag. I don't want to though, and I'm not judging you. I'll look at your bag, I'll be like, damn, that's nice, you know? But at the same time, I cannot personally spend my money on that. Ooh, here's a juicy one. You want to get off TikTok because it's toxic, but you don't want to lose the revenue. Love you. Girl, TikTok pays me nothing. I made $150 on TikTok last month. Like, they pay 3 cents for every 1,000 views. They used to pay us like $50 for a video that had 1 million views. And now I just had a video that was 3 million views. I got paid $60 for 3 million views. It's not about the money. It's about, you know, networking and people finding my story and hearing my story on a platform they wouldn't usually hear it on. That's all TikTok is about. Tamron Hall found me on TikTok. The Australian TV show that I was on found me from TikTok. So a lot of really good things have come my way just from TikTok, and I'm able to get my story out on a very large platform. So it has nothing to do with revenue. I promise you that. You never lose patience with your girls because they're too cute and funny. I absolutely lose my patience, but it's hard when Riley and Micah, they say the cutest things, right? And I'm like, one just hit the other. They're in trouble. You can't hit each other. But then they're like, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Your heart just freaking melts. What are you supposed to do? You don't ever want to live in New York again. Absolutely. Never want to live in New York again. I'd rather go to jail. I don't want to live in New York. You're a morning person, I guess. No, I hate mornings. I'm a night owl, but now because I have kids and like a whole life and schedule in the daytime, I'm now just a permanently exhausted pigeon. I can't be a night owl, can't be a morning person. Like, I'm just exhausted all the time. You are naturally thin, you don't have to work out or eat very healthy. I eat like a trash panda, so yes. You don't like other people's opinion on a situation. No, I'm so open-minded, especially if I'm in a fight with someone. I'm like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? And I'll ask 4 people. I'll tell them the entire situation. I said this, they said this was the situation. Am I wrong? Please tell me I'm wrong so that I can go apologize. And that's something I never used to do. I was so stubborn and mean. Like, I was an angry, mean little shit of a person. I don't want to be that person anymore. And when people say sideways shit to me, I'm like, cool. I'm unbothered. But if I hurt someone's feelings, I want to know, like, am I wrong here? Am I wrong for standing my ground? Should I have not said that? I always want to know. You are very well versed when it comes to psychology and in tune with your mind and body. I'm always trying to learn. The human mind is just, I will never know everything about it. No one does, but I always try to study it. So I'm mediocre. I'm pretty good with psychology, but I am very in tune with my own mind and body. I know what I'm capable of, what I'm not capable of, what I need, and that took time and self-growth. But yes, that's true. You seem all hard on the exterior, but in reality, you're a giant softie. That's true. It's true. You don't like people who talk too much during movies? It depends on who I'm with. Like, if I'm with somebody that's never seen this movie before, I'm not gonna talk through it. But sometimes I talk through movies. That you keep a tally of the number of times people say, why do your tattoos change arms? Bro, come on. Do you not know how cameras work? If I had $1 for every time someone asked me that, I would have $1 million at least. Your girls come first, always. You wish your childhood was easier. I do, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I don't dwell on things like that. You're a workaholic. I am. But it's all or nothing. Either I'm gonna work like a dog today, like I'm gonna work my ass off today, or I'm gonna do nothing. And sometimes when things like pile up and I have too much work, I do nothing because my anxiety is like, you have all these things to do, you have to do everything, you have to do this, you have to do that, the calendar's stacking up, you miss these calls, return these emails, film these videos, edit these videos, and then I do nothing. Because it just gets so overwhelming that I just shut down. I assume you're frugal with money. I am. If one of my friends needs money, I got you. I would never spend that money on myself though. Is that mom guilt? What is that? If my friend called me right now and they're like, Jess, I need $2 grand. I'm gonna be kicked out of my apartment. I'm like, bitch, got you. But I could never spend $2,000 on a bag for myself. Maybe it's because I know that maybe someone needs that help. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. You are pro sex work decriminalization. Yes, I am. I really am. And you know, there's a reason why when we make things illegal, they become more dangerous. When we make things illegal and put people in jail, it doesn't fix the problem. Drugs are made illegal. Do you think people are not gonna use drugs? Other countries allow sex work and they have safe, like there's standards that they do. They make sure that the people are safe that do it. And, you know, maybe without talking too much about what I personally believe, maybe look into how other countries do that. And I don't think that the land of the free offers much freedom. And I just want to say, just because I don't want to do sex work does not mean that someone else doesn't, right? Right? And it's 2021. I think we need to protect and make things safer for people. I'm tired of how America treats its most vulnerable population. And I'm for everyone being healthy and happy and safe. You can apply the sentence to almost everything going on right now. When you make things illegal, they become unsafe and they don't stop happening. There's a lot of examples of when we make something illegal, it becomes more wanted and not safe. You're never gonna get rid of drugs. You're never gonna get rid of sex work. You're never gonna get rid of certain things. And when we make them illegal, they still happen, but in a very dangerous way. Is that making sense? Without saying too much here? Y'all are smart, y'all can put it together. You love your fans. I love my fans. I don't even think it's like fans. I don't know. I just love the Ride or Die crew. I love you guys so much. You're with me in everything that I do, and I take you guys everywhere. In every interview that I do, you're always in my heart, and it's the love and the support that keeps this channel going. Okay, that's all I have. Definitely go watch the one that I filmed like 18 months ago or whatever it was. I'm gonna end today's video here. As always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober, whatever that looks like to you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.